Hey guys, I'm CJ.
I'm Noah.
And this is the Long Box for June 5th, 2013. Alrighty, so before we get into the reviews, there's something I want to talk about briefly just because it kind of smacked me across the face this week. And you may have seen it too if any of you watch those crazy people on Fox News.
So what the fuck happened?
Okay, so there's this Australian cartoon called She Zhao that the Hub has picked up.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of worrying about world hunger or famine or housing, the financial state of the country, they focus on this cartoon because the main character is apparently transsexual, which he isn't. And yeah, it's Fox News, okay?
What?
It's Fox News.
Oh,
keep this in perspective. Fox News. Okay, so anyways, so for whatever reason, they figured that this would be a good use of their time. So not only is the character not transsexual and not trying to quote unquote force, and I use quotations in that, force the I don't want to call it this, but like I guess homosexual lifestyle. I know that's the wrong term to use for it, but anyways, so not only is it also not doing that, but it's actually a show geared towards making fun of how stupid most female superheroes are, because they either dress like their male counterparts or can't do anything without their male counterparts.
Or dress like they're not like they're prostitutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Prostitutes.
Exactly. Like that's the point of this show. Am I going to watch it? No, probably not. Mainly because it's out of my target age range, or at least from the looks of it, it is, and because, well, it just really isn't something that interests me. I mean, it looks funny, and from the clips I've seen, I've gotten a good laugh out of it. But am I going to go and avidly look it up? Probably not, and it probably won't bring all the bronies off of My Little Pony and start watching the Hub. So, really, I don't see why everyone's bitching about it.
Please don't mention the bronies, you will start a shitstorm.
I didn't mention it negatively. That's the only way that happens. Anyways, so...
Oh yeah, and by the way, the only thing really worth watching on the Hub is Transformers Prime Beast Hunters.
Anyways, so reviews, what do you have?
Oh boy, do I have some comics that'll actually make me happy for once. I'm not going to be a bitter son of a bitch.
Well, that's always good.
We have, first of all, freaking bags. Shut up. Sonic the Hedgehog issue 249, which is part 6 of the Worlds Collide crossover. I've been keeping up with this, so, I'll get everybody caught up before I review.
Okay.
And it has a really sick ass, like, look at that, sprite art variant. I seriously wish this was an actual game. Like, Sega, Capcom, make this shit happen. I will pay you any amount of money for this.
Alrighty. So I have Captain America, Earth 2 issue 13.
That seriously looks like freaking Captain America.
Yeah, he looks like Captain America. He looks like an alternate version of Captain America. But anyways.
Someone's getting sued.
Yeah, and Age of Ultron, Book 9.
The fuck? Is Wolverine stabbing Wolverine?
Yes, Wolverine is stabbing Wolverine. I will explain that, don't worry.
That's like Chuck Norris trying to roundhouse kick Chuck Norris. Doesn't that cause a tear in the fabric of space and time?
We'll get to that later. So, shall I start, or do you want to?
Go ahead. I want to hear what happens in Age of Ultron.
Alrighty,
in Earth 2, I guess.
I guess with that being said, I'll do Age of Ultron first. Okay, so Book 9, for any of you who have not been keeping up with the series, Book 8, Book 8 and 7, there was a tour in the Marvel Multiverse, and because Wolverine went back in time and killed Ant-Man, there was a branch off of 2 separate timelines where we went there, and Tony Stark looked like a Borg, and Wolverine was still angry and bitter, which doesn't really mean anything to me. And Sue Storm and Mr. Fantastic were not on planet Earth anymore, and they never really bothered to explain why that was.
I thought you were going to say they got divorced. Wouldn't that be a twist?
Marvel would never do that because before those two characters got married, they were already acting like a married couple with two bratty kids. But anyways, so overall...
Mephisto on line 4, Mephisto. Please report to the front desk.
God. Anywho, so Age of Ultron Book 9. Now, don't worry, I will explain why there's Wolverine stabbing Wolverine on the cover. But before I get into that, in this one, it's pretty much Wolverine talking to Sue Storm about how they're going to figure out how to fix this mess. What's so funny?
I could make the joke about Wolverine talking to Wolverine, but I won't.
Yeah, so anyways,
You can go ahead and mute that if you want.
yeah, that's definitely getting cut out. Anyways, so they're trying to fix it, and then Wolverine gets the idea, or our Wolverine, or their Wolverine. It's confusing. So, anyways, one of the Wolverines gets the idea.
They look like they're wearing the same costume.
Yeah. So one of the Wolverines gets the idea to travel back in time again with Sue Storm, and again, try and fix things. Except this time by not killing Ant-Man. And then one of the Wolverine, like that time's Wolverine, dies somehow.
Against Red.
Okay,
It's heavily implied that I think it's our Wolverine stabs that Wolverine and kills him somehow. Cause
my head hurts.
Yeah, this is how I felt too. So that's why Wolverine is stabbing Wolverine on the front cover. And then it ends with an image of Book 10, like all the previous issues. So so I think now would be a time to kind of make some theories.
Okay, can I just ask one question?
Sure.
This book is called Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Where's Ultron?
Ultron is doing shit in the main Marvel universe. We did see glimpses of him in the previous issue.
Okay, when I pick up a book called Age of Ultron, who by the way is like my favorite Avengers villain, I want to
Really?
see frickin' Ultron. Dude, he's a robot. He's awesome. Robots are automatically awesome. Unless you're,
Anyways, but yeah, I mean overall, definitely go up and pick it now if you can figure out what is going on. Email me because I couldn't. But yeah, if you figure out what's going on this issue, that's great. If not, I'm sure they'll probably explain it in issue 10, maybe. But speaking of which, issue 10. So I have a theory that, like a lot of the internet, Marvel Man is going to show up. What do you think? Because we all know Angela is going to show up.
Oh yeah.
They've already disclosed that. But I can't see them.
Got a new costume too.
Yeah, exactly. Like they give her a new costume. But I can't see them not putting Marvel Man in the Marvel Universe because look at how much money they spent to get the character rights for not just him but for his sidekicks as well. I can't picture them just getting that and then leaving it alone.
Well, they
Just like, here's some trade paperbacks. We're done. I can't see them doing that.
You know what? I've seen companies do stupider things before with rights to characters. Just saying.
Yeah. And like Neil Gaiman's series 1602 went specifically to that. So, like, I can't see it. I can't see Marvel just leaving this alone.
So you're saying is Marvel bribed Gaiman the rights for Marvel Man to write his own book?
Well, Gaiman didn't come up with Marvel Man.
Oh.
And if you want to hear more about Marvel Man, you should check out the episode of A History of Comic Heroes that I will have in the description box down below. Earth 2 or Captain America wannabe, which is I'm sorry, that's what he looks like. So this one was kind of bland considering the stories we've had from Earth 2. I mean, the only notable things that I can say about this is we're introduced to a new character who is pretty much Captain America, except minus the shield. And the fact that it's not World War II. We see the Batman, kind of. All we really get is one panel where the Batarang flies across, and that's it. Which I think is good because they're keeping him in the shadows now. I think that's a good way to go about this because if we bring this Batman into the spotlight, it won't be about the Earth 2 characters, it'll be about Batman, and we have enough books for Batman.
I think DC's just milking Batman for all it's worth.
Yeah. Like, we have enough books for Batman.
Enough with the Batman, DC.
If we lost...
get it. He's awesome.
Yeah, if we lost, like, 2 or 3 titles, wouldn't hurt Batman that much.
We don't need Legends of the Dark Knight or anything.
Yeah. But anyways, we also find out, and I'm going to put up a spoiler alert here, so if you don't want to get spoiled and plan on reading this, don't, like, skip over the next couple minutes.
We need to install a spoiler alarm. When I do that.
It's on my to-do list. Anyways.
A lot of things on your to-do list.
Yeah. Shush. Anyways, so the Red Lanterns apparently exist in this new version of Earth 2. Or a Red Lantern.
Okay, so first Batman, now the Red Lanterns. What else are we gonna put into this?
Well, this is what I'm thinking. Is DC, because the whole point of the New 52 was to try and modernize their characters.
I thought it was to make more money.
Anyways.
I call comic companies out on their bullshit, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyways, so what I'm thinking DC's trying to do is modernize Earth 2, which isn't a bad idea. Because if you take a look at the original Earth 2, the vast majority of those characters were created, during the World War II Golden Age. And a lot of their ideals and attitudes and personalities are very outdated.
Yeah, but they're so cool.
No, I agree. They are cool, especially to longtime fans like ourselves. We like them. But to new fans, overall, still a good issue. I can't help but feel that the World Council that they've introduced into the New 52's Earth 2 comic series is somehow supposed to be like how Marvel has S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyways, so overall,
There's only one.
I mean, it wasn't a great issue,
Yeah.
but it wasn't bad either. So if you see it, pick it up. If you don't, it's not a huge deal. Oh, unless you plan on reading the Worlds at War arc, which is apparently going to be coming up next issue. And why DC is not advertising for this is beyond me.
Because it's not a Batman or Superman event. Oh! Once again,
I can't argue that.
Noah Carson, I call comic companies out on their bullshit. I wish I had a business card to show the camera.
I can't deny that, because it's kind of true. But yeah, I don't know. It was okay.
So,
it wasn't bad. It wasn't it wasn't great either. It was okay.
Netflix?
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Alrighty, so Worlds Collide.
Oh yes, the Sonic Mega Man crossover. Now I've been following this, more or less. I've been caught up on every issue basically. I know what's happening.
Okay.
And this series is just blowing my mind. Like, this is my childhood come true. You have Sonic, Mega Man. It's awesome. And my mind is exploding from all of it.
Archie Multiverse.
In video game terms, yes. As long as those Riverdale kids stay out of the thing.
Oh, come on. That Archie's Weird Mysteries was good.
Just remember that show existed.
That was a good show. Come on. You can't tell me it wasn't. That was
No.
a good show.
It was, but I just remembered that show existed. I had forgotten that it even existed for like the last 10 years. What the hell? I'm gonna have to go look it up on YouTube now when I get home.
We do not support piracy.
YouTube's not pirates. Or forget it.
Kinda is.
Shut up. I don't want to lose my abridged Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? So, Sonic the Hedgehog, issue 249, part 6 of 12 of Worlds Collide. So, first of all, I already mentioned again, look at this cover art, Sega, Capcom, please make this an actual game, I'll give you all my money, all of it. I'll give you my whole bank account, just make this freaking game. I'll even buy an Xbox One if this is on it. Exclusively, of course. Sorry, I just, when I see this kind of stuff, I freaking have a nerdgasm.
You can go take care of that. It's okay, we can wait.
Anyway. So, for those of you who don't know what's been happening in Worlds Collide, and if you don't, you're an idiot, just saying, for spending money on this. So, Dr. Eggman and Dr. Wily have teamed up. They found some way to connect to each other. There's like a middle ground between the Sonic and Mega Man universes. And since Dr. Wily found a blue Chaos Emerald in the Mega Man comics, and Dr. Eggman wants to, basically destroy Sonic for good, and Dr. Wily wants to destroy Mega Man for good, they decided, hey, let's team up.
What?
It's a comic book based on a video game, CJ. It's never going to make sense.
This is the part where I kind of want to walk away, but go on.
It gets better. So now, the two universes have basically gotten screwed up. They're everything's out of sync. Time, space, all that good jazz. So,
Sorry. Anyways, continue.
you better not. Anyway, so we have. So in the last few issues, Sonic and Mega Man have basically been slapping each other around because they don't know.
Okay, I'm done.
Don't. We don't need to encourage the fangirls. Anyway, just ignore it, okay? So now they finally decided, hey, let's team up. And meanwhile, Eggman and Wily have kidnapped most of Sonic's friends and turned them into robot masters.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have like Rose Woman, Silver Man, Knuckles Man, Shadow Man, Blaze Woman, Charmy Man, even. The Bee gets to be a robot master.
No, that's just wrong. That's wrong on so many levels.
What?
The Bee should not get to be a robot master. That.
Yeah, but anyway. So, in the last issue, Sonic and Mega Man managed to create this weird Spin Dash Buster Shock combination that somehow turns Tails back to normal by Mega Man acquiring his powers.
Sure, okay.
So, now that they're off,
Continue, please.
so Proto Man's joined the fight now, and he's decided to go off and find the Wily egg, which is like the.
Wait, so Proto Man's not being a dick about it?
Nope.
Wow! Sorry.
He's actually helping. He's still kind of a dick, but he's helping. So anyway. Proto Man's always been a dick, get over it. So, Proto Man goes off, riding his shield like a surfboard down the Green Hill, that I assume is like Green Hill Zone stuff. That would be an awesome moment of gameplay. Sega, Capcom, hint hint. And, basically, Dr. Wily and Eggman send the first 5 Robot Masters to go and take him out. And he leaves the Chaotix Robot Masters, SBO, Vector, and Charmy, to fight Sonic and Mega Man. And as you can imagine, they change him back to normal pretty quickly. With a little help from Tails modifying Mega Man's Mega Buster so Sonic doesn't have to do the spin dash to set someone free.
But the spin dash looks awesome.
Well, he does spin dash SBO in the back to uncloak his, camo in robot mode.
Okay.
That was pretty cool. That would make another great gameplay moment. Hands, 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 hands! I'm just saying, this is getting me really excited.
When the fan base as a whole figures out what they want, that's when it'll happen. Okay, so what would you say the rating is on this?
Well, oh yeah, and spoiler alert, you may want to skip the next 30 seconds. Dr. Wily and Eggman have Dr. Light locked up. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I would definitely give this a go and buy it now. Because if you're a Sonic fan and a Mega Man fan, and if you've been following the crossover, even if you haven't, I'd pick it up just for this cover. This is the variant version, by the way.
You know what? I would like to give that a rating as well. I give it the rating of Doctor Who. That's the rating I give it.
Why? Because it's so confusing?
No, because of wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
That too. But
Anyways,
this is comics, CJ. Get used to it.
I'm CJ.
And I'm Noah, and I'm gonna go home and write some Sonic and Rose Woman fanfiction.
And this has been TV Pop Culture for June 5th, 2013.
The long box, you idiots! Get it right!
You threw me off. You and your fan fiction. This has been the long box. See you guys later.